Welcome to Seth's Daily Podcast. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank you guys for subscribing. We're blessed enough to have a sponsor named Knot Bottom Cabins. It is in the Knott County Trail Ride, and the phone number to book a night there is 606-223-4151. And they also have a campsite behind the cabins, and the website will be in the description to rent a night at their cabin, and their Facebook page will also be in the description. And their name again is Not Bottom Cabins. They also have a campsite behind their cabins, like I mentioned before. But we are blessed enough to have an interview with Scott Cable. How are you doing tonight, man?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Doing good. Introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hey, I'm Scott Cable. I'm a country artist from Pikeville, Kentucky. Soon to be working on a movie, hopefully. I don't know what to call myself for that.
An actor.
I don't know if I'll be doing any acting. We'll see. I'm more of a behind the scenes person.
Oh, technical expert or something?
Well, I know I'm going to be working on the score, so I guess I'll be composer. But really, I'm doing whatever needs done at the moment. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So,
Who's your what was you saying? Sorry about that.
no, you're good, man. You're good.
Oh, who was your biggest inspiration in music?
Biggest inspiration in music. I guess really the reason I started playing music was because my dad played guitar. Um, Actually, the acoustic guitar that I play now, most of the time, my papa bought that brand new for him in 1985. And I remember sitting in the guitar case because it has like pink crushed velvet in the guitar case. I remember sitting in that case when I was like 5, 6 years old, like watching my dad play guitar. So that's kind of really what led to me learning music and picking it up. But as for like musical inspirations, it's kind of all over the place, man. I always tell people bluegrass and Leonard Skinner is where I got my start.
That's not a bad inspiration, man. Leonard Skinner's one of the best bands of all time.
Yeah, agreed. And I'm kind of everywhere in between those two.
Yeah. And you also got some upcoming shows, especially one at Broken Throne here soon, right?
Yeah, actually, the 26th next week, next Wednesday, I'll be there at Broken Throne Brewing in Pikeville. And my buddy Ben Fugit is actually going to be opening up. He just put out his first single called Impossible. And you need to go check it out because it's fantastic. Ben is such a good singer.
I've tried to message him about doing the podcast and never have heard a response yet.
All right, I'll get on to him. I'll get on to him for you.
But yeah, man, you Jamie and a lot of people have messaged me about getting you on here, man. That shows a lot about people look at you as a great artist, man.
Well, I don't really know how to take that. I know a lot of great people. I know I've met a lot of great folks, especially this year. Jamie and her husband Josh, not least of which have been extremely, extremely generous and helpful and kind, and I can't thank them enough for everything that they've done for me over the past year. I don't know if you saw the stickers that I posted earlier. Jamie's husband Josh actually designed that logo for me, and I should have T-shirts coming soon for the rope logo that's on that sticker. I'm getting that put on a T-shirt, so yeah, I can't thank those guys enough. They're so sweet. Love them to death.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely put your Facebook page in the description as well, man. People can go like it, and that's where people can buy your shirts and stickers and stuff, right?
Yeah, you can message me on there. Any shows, I should definitely have them there too. I don't have any sort of like a website or anything set up yet. But I guess that's kind of in the plans for the future. Maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's it's impressive, man. But you're gonna be in a movie and stuff, man, or help on a movie. That's really impressive, man.
It's what's really funny is that this whole thing sort of came about because My buddy Daryl came to watch me play the first time that I played at Broken Throne. And Daryl's he's an adjunct film professor at University of Pikeville, outside of his day job. And we pretty much just got drunk, and he said, let's make a movie. And I was like, yeah, let's make a movie. Thinking like, that's it. You know how drunk people are. Let's do this. And then you never do it. And then a week later, he put me in a group chat with like 10 or 15 people. And we are farther along with this than we have any right to be, you know, for the amount of time that we have like just been discussing it and throwing out ideas. Because it's only been a few months, and we're hoping to get started shooting the first act, which we'll use as a trailer, the first week of June. So it's crazy ridiculous how far we've got with it in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, are you guys talking to people like possibly like being actors in the movie and stuff? Or have you already got your actors in it?
Pretty much the only thing that we need is actors and actresses. The script is still being written, so we don't have like exact parts that we're looking for yet. But the idea is to film this trailer, put it on Kickstarter, so we can start getting some funds coming in, hopefully, and then be working on the rest of the film while we're doing that. We have director, writers, we got camera people and lighting and sound and all that stuff. The technical stuff we're good with. All we need is people to actually play the parts. So we're kind of looking for people just to like connect with and that whole thing. Just to sort of like have people on reserve. And I've talked to a few people who said they would be interested in doing it. So things are looking good for it. And I trust the script writer, and I trust Daryl, and we all sort of have a similar vision in mind for the film. So I think we're going to do something really cool, whether it ends up being a feature or just a short film. I think it's going to be really cool because we have a great story. I can't wait for people to like figure out what's going on, because there's a bit of a twist. But I think once we get it done and people see it, I think they're going to be like, oh, that's not what we expected at all. You know, and I can't wait to see that reaction on people's faces and hear them talk about it, because it's all we've talked about. You know, we're excited. So hopefully everyone else will be when they finally get to see it.
Yeah, man. And how can people get up with you guys if they possibly want to be in the movie and stuff?
Oh, well, at the moment, probably the best way would be honestly Facebook. Facebook me or Daryl Rife, Riffe. We've got a little group chat going on that we sort of like add people as they come along to. But hopefully we will have like a proper Facebook page and social media set up for everything once we get the Kickstarter going and all that, where people can get in touch with us better through that, you know.
Yeah, man. It's awesome, man. It's good for Eastern Kentucky as well to have a movie made by people from Eastern Kentucky in Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, that was sort of the whole idea. You know, when we first met up, one of the first things that Daryl brought up was, you know, like there's so much talent here in this area, you know, and when people hear that, they automatically think musicians, and they're absolutely right to do that. But there's so many people here that are comedians, that are theater actors, you know, that just they're so creative and unique individuals, and for the most part they go unnoticed because that's not the happening thing in Pikeville or Pike County, you know. And we wanted to make something that was really really true to Appalachia and didn't paint us in a negative light, you know. or like embrace any of those stereotypes that we always get to be the brunt of. That was a really big thing for us coming through at the start, was to make sure that we present ourselves as intelligent for one and capable as another, you know. Um, and the team that we put together is really great. Like I said, I trust everyone in their respective um, positions on this film. So, and hopefully they trust me and mine. You know, so it's going to be good. I think it's going to be something really cool. We've gotten some people involved who are actually being a huge help right now. I'm not sure exactly how much I can say or anything like that, but
Yeah,
like
I
the
understand
folks,
you.
yeah, the folks at the Appalachian Wireless Arena are helping out.
You should definitely do you know who Malcolm Johnson is? He's been on the podcast before. He's played at Broken Throne. He's a heck of a singer and a heck of an actor as well.
Yes, funny thing, I actually worked at Double Quick with Malcolm for almost a year in Pikeville.
You should definitely
Um,
get him on the movie, man, because that guy right there is a heck of an actor and a heck of a singer and everything, man.
yeah, we talked to him. He actually was there for. We did a show at the Appalachian Center for the Arts last weekend, and he was there for that. And we sort of talked to him about it afterwards. And we've got him in mind for sure, because anyone that can bring actual experience acting, or really any sort of like stage production or anything like that, is much valued and necessary, because for us this is really a labor of love more than anything, you know. This will be like our first time making a movie, you know. There's several musicians involved, and we've got experience doing like working with sound and recording and all that, but as far as like doing like videography and cinematography and that whole thing, it's really our first time going deep on that stuff. And so bringing someone like Malcolm in would be cool, who like has that experience on stage and sort of knows what to do and what to look for and things like that. So yeah, for sure, we've definitely talked to him about it. So I think we're going to try to bring him on if we can.
Yeah, I understand you not being able to talk about too much because it's still the production is still being done and stuff, and the filming and stuff,
Yeah.
and you're still getting actors and actresses and everything. So I completely understand that. It sounds like it's going to be a great movie. And after the trailer, man, is released, I'd be honored to interview you and the guy from UPOC as well, man. We could talk about the trailer and stuff and a little bit about the scene that you guys are going to release in the trailer and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Anything that would like help us promote, trust me, we're all about that. God knows we need it.
Oh man, I'm all about helping people from Eastern Kentucky, man. This is if we don't help each other, man, nobody else is gonna help us.
Ain't that the truth? Unfortunately. And that's sort of like the mentality that we've brought into this. You know, we want to keep it as local as possible, with the people that we're working with, our crew, where we shoot the movie. We want the movie to actually be in Kentucky, you know, or Virginia or West Virginia or somewhere as close as possible, you know, to Appalachia. And that's sort of the mentality that I take with music. You know, that's why I asked Ben to open up for me on Wednesday, you know, because he doesn't do shows a lot, and that guy needs to be playing shows. You know, I take the mentality of, if one of us gets in the door, we should bring everyone else in the door with us, you know. And that's my whole thing with playing music. Anytime I go somewhere and if they let me come back, um, I'll always say, hey, can I bring my buddy Cody Kennedy, or can I bring Ben Fugit, or can I bring the dudes in Mirrored Image, or whatever the case may be, you know. Because like you said, if we don't help each other out, there's no one else going to help us. And especially in the local music scene, like sometimes it can get sort of cliquey, and there's, as bad as I hate to say it, there's some gatekeeping that goes on. And I don't want any part of that. Like let's have a good time. Like let's have a big show with all of our buddies, and like this is what we're doing. This is what we do. We have fun. We shouldn't like keep people out or choose preference or favorites. Everyone deserves their shot. And so that's sort of what I try to like bring into my music whenever I play live shows. And I try to get everyone else involved in that too, whether or not we fit musically or anything, that's sort of irrelevant. It's just the fact of like networking and making friends and having a good time. If you're not having fun playing music, then man, you're messing up. Like I don't see any other reason to do that. Money is one thing, but that aside, just if you're not having fun, you're only doing it for the money, you're in the wrong business, man.
Because there ain't much money in it at starting, is what I've heard from other singers that I've interviewed and stuff. They said there's barely any money in it at the beginning.
It's one of the most rewarding yet discouraging things that I have chosen to do with my life.
You love it. You have to love it, man, for sure.
Yeah. And for me, it's like songwriting for me is, I know guys that can sit down and just write a song about anything. God bless them. More power to them. I can't do that. Like I can sit down and try to write a song about something, but unless I have something that I want to say, like the first single I'm planning to put out is a song called Excuses. I wrote that song during the first presidential debate of 2020. That's all I'm going to say about it. But, like that's sort of the mentality of songwriting for me, is like I can't sit down and write a song about my cat as much as I would like to.
What is your you said your song Excuses about the presidential debate?
Well, that's when I started writing it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get political.
Like I'm not one to like, I don't want to be preachy, ever. But I also don't want to adhere to the shut up and sing crowd, like that just blows my mind. Why would you tell someone to shut up and sing, or shut up and dribble, or stick to acting or your day job or something? Like, it's almost like some people think that because they're a musician or because they're a basketball player or an entertainer of some kind, like that just completely like absolves them of any opinion they should have, and it's like, no, that's not it at all. Like, just because I'm a musician doesn't mean I can't speak my mind. You don't have to like what I say, but I'm going to speak my mind whenever
everybody deserves to speak their opinion.
Yeah.
On different stuff, like you like I'm sure there's some stuff you don't like what happens in the music industry either.
Yeah, for sure, and like that song Excuses is about, I made it vague enough to be about anyone who's full of crap, but
on either side.
Yeah. So like, but I wrote that song out of like, this is making me mad, this is how I'm going to voice my frustrations. And so like when I get mad about something, or if I'm sad about something, or I just
write about it.
Yeah, that's my therapy. Like I pick up a guitar and I play a song, or I write a song.
Yeah, like a lot of country singers, like when they have a breakup and stuff. Well, Taylor Swift, for example, it seems like she had a breakup song come out every year.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and well, I can't knock her because like half of my album I'm working on is about my last relationship that didn't work out, you know, and the other half is about social commentary. You know, there's excuses, which is for me a directly political song, even though it's vague enough that no one will know who I'm talking about. There's a song called "The Stage," which is sort of my like anti-war song. Um, I wrote a song a long time ago that I was intending to put on this record, but I'm debating whether I will or not now. But it's sort of about the opioid crisis, you know. Um, and then there's songs like "Red Dress," which is one of my favorite songs that I've ever written, and it's about me sitting here at home during quarantine and having random thoughts about my ex and me going on trips with her family pop into my head while I'm drinking. You know, not something you ever want to happen. So I wrote a song about it.
Is that gonna
You know,
be out here soon?
I'm hoping what I'm really hoping for, I want to put the songs Excuses and The Stage out first, as close as I can to 4th of July, you know, because they're political in nature. And I figured if I make everyone mad from the start, I can only go up, you know?
Uh, yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But, you know, like half of the songs are me speaking my mind on global issues, I guess. And then the other half is me whining about my ex, you know? So I feel like I have a good variety on the human condition. And there's happy songs too, don't get me wrong. But
Yeah, which was
those,
to be honest with you, I'm sure it was very hard to come up with some happy songs during quarantine and stuff.
yeah, and well, one of the songs is called Old Flames, and there's enough personal stuff in there that I drew from good experiences, but it was written when quarantine first happened. And every time I introduce it, whenever I play it said, I introduce it as my quarantine love song, you know. Not that there was any love going on in quarantine, but you know, um, but it was definitely a song that I needed to write because I needed to hear it. You know, quarantine was a rough time for a lot of us in a lot of different ways. You know, I was unemployed
A
when it
lot of
first
people,
happened.
unfortunately, was especially here in Eastern Kentucky. People was having a hard time getting a job before COVID even hit, man. So COVID definitely destroyed some restaurants and small businesses and other places, man. What it's done, man, is very sad.
Yeah, like I was working at Dolan Barrels Brewery and
Oh, I just
Distillery.
gotta ask you one question though, man.
Yeah,
This might make you laugh. Do you have a song about the gas pumps, about people getting too much gas?
no, not yet, not yet. I need to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
um, yeah, man, that was crazy. Oh my god, when that happened, I was like, oh my god, what is wrong with us as a species? Like, oh, well, just when you think things can't get any worse, but yeah, when quarantine first happened, I was working at the brewery and distillery in town, and there was a lot of folks I knew who are like bartenders and servers and waitresses and all that, and they got screwed. You know, we we all got screwed so bad because of COVID. And like I get the whole like we can't get people sick thing, you know. Like
Have you
I don't
actually took the vaccines or
not yet. I have cardiology issues,
yeah.
so I'm waiting to speak with my cardiologist before I get it. But as soon as they say I'm good to go, like man, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be right there
I'm
saying,
fully vaccinated.
Cool. I'm not like an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, let's get back to normal as soon
I
as
think
possible.
everybody is nervous taking the shot as they should be because it has only been a year of research. Which I mean, I was nervous taking the first shot. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was
Yeah,
very scary, but I'm
and with
scared
like,
of taking any shot to be honest.
yeah, and like I understand, um, but also like those things have to pass so many like safety protocols
Yeah,
and tests, to be issued for emergency use.
yeah.
So like,
Oh no, I don't regret getting the shot. I'm glad I got both shots of
yeah,
Moderna, and man, I'm to be honest with you, I'm more at peace after taking the shots.
yeah, and that's good. That's awesome. Um, I Whenever they first announced they were doing it, and I saw like a bunch of people being like, "Oh, I'm not taking that," it's rushed. It's like, well, they've done so many tests already, and now it's at a point where they've been rolling them out for a couple months now.
Yeah,
So like, and all the things, even the Johnson & Johnson shot, which everyone is like, don't take, you know, everything that's come about because of that is like within the realm of like normal vaccine
yeah.
issues, so like
Even with
people
like
are,
the chicken pox shot and the flu shot and everything,
yeah,
people are going to get sick from every vaccine. It's
yeah,
like 1% of the people that's got the vaccine get sick. Like I believe it was just like 1% of the people of the Johnson and Johnson who got the Johnson and Johnson vaccine got sick. I believe.
yeah, yeah. So like people are making like a big deal out of nothing,
Yeah,
which is par for the course. But I can't wait. Like I will be. I wasn't exactly like scared or when all this first happened, but because I have like underlying issues, I was a little more apprehensive, we'll say, about going out and doing things, But now that I've been working, like I'm kind of I'm comfortable going out and doing,
yeah,
whatever. But like you said, as soon as I get it, man, the peace of mind will just be
yeah.
fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The second shot will probably make you sick a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard the second Moderna shot is a doozy.
Didn't make me sick, but the first shot made me sick one night. I honestly wasn't really that bad off, man, on both shots. The second
No,
shot didn't make me sick at all.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's the one that I've heard is like everyone's like, man, I'm down for like a day, you
Yeah,
know.
I do know a lot of people that it made sick and run temperatures and stuff, but I never had anything besides I had cramps in my muscles and stuff, and that was pretty much it. And
Yeah,
and of course the sore shoulder.
yeah. That's been what I've heard from most people is that they'll run a fever for a little bit and
I
then
believe I did with the
chill.
first shot. Yeah, the first shot, the first night, it made me sick, but besides
Yeah,
that, man, I was fine.
yeah. And I've heard people be like, well, that's going to get me sick. I don't want to, like, it's going to get you sick for one night. I would rather have one night of running a fever than like being in the hospital for a month on a ventilator.
Yeah, the thing is, if people don't get vaccinated, the people that are vaccinated, if they do get COVID, which is just like a 5% chance of, they'll be asymptomatic and give it to the people who are not vaccinated. So people definitely need to get vaccinated for sure. And
Yeah,
I would suggest everybody getting vaccinated, man. COVID has been a terrible disease for everything, man.
yeah. Like, man, I can't tell you how many Facebook arguments I've gotten into.
And
Like, it's,
I know I'm gonna lose. I run a kind of a conservative podcast. I'm not gonna lie to you. I voted for. I'm not gonna get political. I ain't even gonna go there. Never mind. But yeah, I run a conservative podcast. So well, I did. I'm still a conservative. I'm a conservative. I'm not gonna lie. But I've heard a lot of conservative people be like, man, they're mostly the ones that are the anti-vaccine people, which I don't know what makes you unconservative by trying to get a vaccine to try to help people out. I got
I
to
don't
call
know.
both sides out, man.
Yeah, it's like I'm a history political science major.
Yeah.
So for better or worse, like whether I want to like be into it or not, I'm into it.
Yeah.
So like it's both sides. It really is.
I'm honestly
Yeah.
probably independent at this point because the Republican Party has just made me just. The Republican and Democratic Party are both shit. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. I'm a registered independent, and I voted third party in this past election.
I voted for. I'll just say it. I voted for Trump, man. I don't regret voting for Trump. I'm a big Trump guy, and yeah, man, the idiot we got in office right now is destroying our country.
Man, it's the funny thing about that is like I never like directly say anything when I post stuff on Facebook, like political and stuff, unless I'm just like really, really pissed off, which is very rarely. Most of the time, I see an article or a news piece and I share it. That's it. No comment, nothing.
Yeah.
And the amount of people who are like, "You Biden supporters, y'all are ruining this country." I'm like, man, I didn't even vote for Biden.
Joe Biden's
like,
an
why
idiot,
are you coming
though.
at me with that? Like,
Joe Biden's definitely an idiot. But also I gotta say, man, there are some Republicans. Well, majority of Republicans and Democrats are both idiots. I'm just gonna say it.
It's our political climate is so messed up that it's been that way for a while now.
Yeah.
It's so messed up that it is going to take years, decades to repair the office of the president. And that goes for both sides. Like, I'm not singling anyone out. I am going for the throat on both. Like, it is insane the farce that has become. You know, it's going to take at least in my mind 3 to 5 more presidents to even begin repairing that office. And if things keep going the way they're going, like our entire dynamic is just going to shift. And I don't know what it's going to become, because like
Joe Biden's made America weak.
America was already weak. That's my take on that.
But I mean, he doesn't even know where he's at.
The infighting between Democrats and the infighting in Republicans is just, it's screwing both parties. They're shooting themselves in the foot, because like the Republican Party, especially because they have like taken on such a stance that I don't know if you saw the other day, they were there was like 100 representatives threatening to leave the Republican Party and form a new party.
What happened exactly?
So there was a representative who
I haven't even honestly, man, I just want to say both parties suck.
yeah, you're not wrong. There was one representative, she I can't remember her name, but she didn't like go along with, she wasn't a Trump supporter. She didn't support the stuff he said about the election. And so like
I'm not even gonna get started on that.
Yeah, like they voted to like kick her out of the Republican Party, of the GOP.
I'm a Trump. You obviously know I'm a Trump guy.
Yeah, and like I ain't saying anything about that. Like this is just like what happened, you know.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta say, man. Honestly, the Republican Party and the Democratic Party both do not care about the American people. All they care about is getting their money. Let's just be completely honest.
Yeah, I agree. And like, we're not getting any help from them,
No.
So,
Honestly, we might as well just vote third party in the 2022 election, man.
well, it's become every year that ticket is getting more and more representation,
Yeah,
getting
for
more and more votes.
governor, I voted Libertarian for governor.
I
John Hicks. I don't know if you hear to him. He was the Libertarian candidate for governor in
can't remember.
2018, I believe. That's been
Can't
2
remember
years.
yeah, that's been a while. I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
2020 kind of overshadowed everything.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the governor's race was that long ago, but it has been.
Yeah. Now to think about it, yeah. But
Well,
it's been
to move away from politics.
Yeah,
before
let's not get into that.
before I get myself banned off of YouTube
Yeah.
by offending both parties.
Yeah, you got to pick one. You can't be one or the other. You got to pick one.
I don't want to be either. I don't want to be part of either party.
Yeah, that's me, man.
Yeah, but where is your? This might be a hard question to answer, man. But this will be my last question as well.
Sure.
What is your favorite place that you've played at?
Oh man,
I told you it's gonna be a hard one.
favorite place I played at.
It could be outside event, like at a festival or something like that as well.
I'm trying to think of all the places that I have played.
Or it could be who's your favorite person you've like sung with and like other stuff like that.
Oh well, a few years ago, the band that I was in called Exit 23, we opened
Oh
up
yeah,
for.
that's a great band, man. And shout out to Johnny Pop Day. I had him on last week. He's a heck of a guy.
Yeah, we opened up for Ricky Skaggs at the Expo Center a few years ago, and that was not bad for a kid that was 20 years old. Getting to open up your local arena for
Oh, how old are you right now?
I'll be 27 this year.
Oh yeah, I'm 22.
Yeah, yeah. So that was a pretty huge experience for a kid.
Yeah.
Fresh
And
out of
oh yeah, he's fresh out of high school.
Yeah, we'd only been playing I think 2 years or something like that.
Yeah,
It was
Johnny
pretty
Pop
good.
Day is a great guy, man. He told me about you as well that I should interview you as well.
Yeah, I was gonna throw out his name to you. I got a whole list of people you can interview.
Yeah, I interviewed Johnny last week, man. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah, we played in Lexington last week at the Twisted Cork. That was a fun time. Um, lots of interesting things happened there.
We won't get into that.
We won't get into that. But it was a good time. It was fun.
Yeah,
But yeah, if I had to pick one, I would say probably that opened up to Ricky Skaggs at the Expo Center, now the Appalachian Wireless Arena. That was a huge thing because I'm a huge Ricky Skaggs fan. So it was really cool. I may have something coming up, opening for another one of my favorite groups, but I can't talk. I definitely can't talk about that because it's not set in stone or anything. But
is it somebody
that
that
happens,
I'm not gonna say any names. Is it somebody that I've talked to about possibly doing an interview?
I have no idea. You should definitely try to talk to her though, because like she's a badass.
I think I know. I I'll talk to you after the
Okay.
interview. I think I know what group you're talking about, man.
Okay.
I think I ain't even gonna say that. I was
Yeah,
gonna.
I don't want
thought.
to say anything and ruin it. I don't want to jinx
Yeah,
myself.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, man, I don't want to let it out there either
Yeah,
because I
because
do
that would
know who
be
you're talking about. I do definitely know who you're talking about.
okay. Because if that happens, that's gonna be
Yeah, that's a good
so
band,
cool.
by the way. I know
So
who they
cool.
are. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
yeah, I
they're.
know the. I know. I ain't even gonna say. I never mind. I have interviewed. I will say it. Never mind. I have interviewed one of their members.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say who though. because I've
Okay.
interviewed a lot of singers, man. So it could be anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay. Yeah.
I do know who you're talking about. And you got any shows upcoming you want to say before I stop recording and stuff?
26th at Broken Throne, Pikeville, Kentucky, with Ben Fugit.
Hey Ben, we
Honestly,
gotta get you on here, man.
yeah, Ben, do this. I'm gonna message him as soon as we get done. July 14th, I want to say. I'll be opening up for Mirrored Image at Broken Throne again. And then I want to say sometime in the fall, I will be. I don't know if I can say this or not. They won't care. I'll be at Apple Days backing Halo on guitar. She's another one you should talk to. But I think that's it as far as gigs go. I'm mainly trying to get back to recording. I want to get this album finished and hopefully have it out sometime in August or September. And then we're going to start shooting this movie, and that's going to take up a lot of my time. But we'll see what happens with the both of them. Hopefully good comes from both of them. And hopefully, if anyone wants to book me, shoot me a message.
His Facebook page will be in the description.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I got fancy, cool stickers, so check those out.
And
hopefully,
t-shirts. And t-shirts.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be done by the show Wednesday, but we'll see. They're going to be worth the wait, though. I think they look really awesome, so I'm excited to get them in.
Yeah. This has been the interview with Scott Cable. I want to thank him for doing the interview. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.